I love the cordless. I can go everywhere. Hello, how we doing? Comp City. Who's left? I got one comedy fan. Awesome. Okay, my name is Bear. And I look young, but I've got some gray in my beard. I come from a different time. I've had a beeper in my life. You guys remember beepers? And it wasn't even for selling weed yet. It was so my mom could tell me to come home. But I come from a different time. I saw Blockbuster get put out of business by Netflix. Do you guys remember Blockbuster?
Yes.
Remember when it got put out of business by Netflix?
Yes.
Okay, I come from that time.
When they mailed the movie.
Do you remember Toys R Us?
Yes.
Toys R Us got put out of business by Amazon and Walmart. Shoot, I saw heroin get put out of business by fentanyl. I come from a time where you could find a mystery bag of powder on the barroom floor, go home and have a good night with your homies. Now you gotta know chemistry to take that bag of coke home. What the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
You know? But I feel safe here in Colorado because you guys legalized pot.
Yeah.
Give it up. Kind of put me out of a job though. Nobody tells you what happened to the weed man, the one that made it out.
And you had the big old fucking sacks for $5.
He delivers pizza now. DoorDash. And these people with the snowboard racks on the top of their car, looking like police, they're slowing down your food. I'm sorry.
Miss Kelly.
But some people think it's easy being a hippie because I don't have no real
Did I
job.
have my 5?
But how many times have you used your job to get out of doing
On my
things you
5?
didn't want to do?
I'll get one more.
These people know I don't have to work in the morning. I had to move a fish tank on Tuesday, and I'm going out to Lamone to get a pit bull this Friday. I thought it would be nice if my friend got over his breakup
What
with
did
his
he say?
girlfriend
He's
by
going
getting
to
off of
Lemon
my
to get a
couch.
pit bull. He said
But instead,
Lamone.
we're getting a dog
He
this
said
weekend.
Lamone.
Sometimes it would just be easier to have a normal job instead of this hippie life. But I've got a little bit of gray in my
I'll
beard, like
get
I
him
said.
going right now.
And I just started comedy.
Where did you go at?
I don't see no beard.
I got a little gray in the beard. I had to shave it so I don't look like...
That's like
Lamone? Or what was
When
it?
you got gray in the beard and
No,
it
where
gets
did
too
you
big,
go?
then it
Lamone
turns into a
or
homeless.
Lamone?
It turns into a homeless beard. And so, but they say if you start comedy when you got gray in your beard, you can say that I'm going through a midlife crisis. But our generation just doesn't know how to do a midlife crisis correctly. My dad's generation bought a Corvette. It spins in circles. Our generation doesn't have Corvette money.
Chick-fil-A 5 days a week.
A midlife crisis for my generation is comical. It looks like a 35-year-old should be trading recipes with the other moms at school, but instead she's getting her head shaved this weekend. Britney Spears, that's a midlife crisis for my generation that I'm seeing, these girls with the shaved heads. I'm still single, I'm trying to date these girls. You know, but the single guys, we're not doing it correctly either. He should have joined the military 25 years ago. Instead, he's been working in a factory with his dad, and you'll find him this weekend at Bass Pro Shop, looking for night vision goggles to hunt a deer. Have you seen these guys? Tanner, if you need night vision goggles to hunt a deer, you're not the warrior we need right now. And our couples, we're just not doing it correctly either. You know, you guys met in high school, and the last couple weeks, you guys have been in an open relationship on Facebook.
No, this girl's she's good.
So, homecoming king and queen, you guys grew old and fat together, and now you're in an open polyamorous relationship. Gross. Okay, well, since you guys legalized pot, hippies used to be worried about the government watching it on us, but since you guys legalized pot, I'm not so worried. But I kind of feel like the government should be giving us some stats. You know how Spotify tells us who we listen to the most this month? Like, I feel like the government could be giving us some stats. Am I actually the worst driver in Denver? Or is that what my girlfriend says? You know, I feel like the government, since they're watching us,
You have a DUI?
I've had a few. But if the government can watch us I feel like they should be giving us some numbers because I feel like I'm in the top 1% of laying in bed while I text that I'm on the way. Like the government has these numbers. I know that I'm at the top. Okay, who's got kids out there? Any parents? Yes! I know Avalos is a good parent. I heard him talking to his kids. Okay, well let's give it up for the parents real quick. One more time. Okay, a lot of us hippies, we don't have a lot of kids. So you guys keep track of how your kids are doing on the wall. You know how your mom, how tall you are this year.
That was back in the old days.
That's now, hippies, we do something similar. But we keep track of the length of our hair as the last time we saw a judge. And I'm doing pretty good. But my friend, it's really funny because my parents are super religious and strict, but my friend, his parents are hippies. And growing up is confusing enough. But if your parents are hippies, how do you go through that rebellious phase? Get a job? Go to school? It's kind of hard to run away from your dad's teepee and he chases you down on horseback and says, "It's cool, bro, we can talk about it." That's my friend's dad. And but I guess hippies did some good things. They invented the word grounded. Take away your TV, take away the phone, get grounded. Before that, I guess we just beat our kids.
Yeah.
I think I'm still grounded. Spooning in my friend's family, who's got hippie parents, means laying with your lover. In my family, a spooning means getting hit with a wooden spoon when you try and taste the gravy too soon in the kitchen. So that's how it rolls in our house. I don't know. You know, and so, my friend, I took my friend to Burning Man, and I'm going by Bear Love, which is not my legal name. And my friends who's got hippie parents, their names are Blu-ray and Solmar. And they were at Burning Man, they were like, "What's our Burning Man names?" He's going by Bear Love. What's our Burning Man names? And they kind of already came with Burning Man names. So the rest of Burning Man, they went by Bob and Sam. You go by Bob, I'll go by Sam. That was their hippie name since it's hard to be a rebel when your parents are hippies. And I appreciate you guys legalizing pot here in Colorado. But like I said, you guys put me out of work. I used to grow pot high up in the Colorado Rockies. Double meaning. I don't know what it is. I don't know if
It's a square.
that's where I gotta be in the zone. So, but I used to grow pot high up in the Colorado Rockies, double meaning. And the worst thing happened to us hippies when we were growing pot. We ran out of Kool-Aid at our little commune up in we were 45 minutes from the store. We ran out of Kool-Aid. And Chiba Hut, they think it's a real drink. They actually put that on tap for us hippies. So it's the worst thing that happened to us. And have you guys ever been so stoned you thought you invented something that you didn't really?
Every day.
Okay, so we had a bunch of sugar because my girlfriend shops at Costco. And we had a bunch of water because we're in the Rockies, but we're out of Kool-Aid. So I look up in the cabinet and all these hippies had brought tea to my house. And I'm Scottish descent, so I don't drink tea because we were part of the Revolutionary War. So I decided to defy the English and drink some tea myself. And so we're mixing it with the sugar water. And I'm telling all my friends, "You want another batch of sugar water tea?" My girlfriend didn't call me out. "You want a batch of sugar water tea?" And my friends, they're all drinking it all week. "You know, you want another batch of sugar water tea?" They probably thought there was pot in it, knowing me. But it was just Celestial Seasons, sleepy time. So basically, and your family will always keep you in check. My cousin came from Texas, and he said, "Bear, this is delicious, but your stand at Red Rocks is kind of ridiculous." Because your family will keep you in check. I was telling my cousin from Texas that I'm going to make the sugar water tea and go down to Red Rocks. And he says, "This is really good, Bear."
But have you ever had Cum City water?
But you did not invent sweet tea, is what he told me.
Have you ever had
Okay, how much more time do we have? Who's up?
Cum City water?
Just, I don't know who's up.
We can go longer, or we'll pass the mic.
Or should I say my dad joke?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Thank you, Alex.
What
DJ, really do your thing.
What did the Mexican cook the pizza with?
Thank you.
With Little Caesars.
That was for you.